Hello everybody, it's Mama Shar here. Welcome back to a brand new video on this channel. And we're back at it again with some Starbucks coffee because I live off this shit. This is my batteries for the day. I've been getting into a little more flavors at Starbucks, and girl, the caramel ribbon crunch is my favorite. Shop at Starbucks, please, please, please. If you guys want to get my discount, use code SHARBAR. For 100% off your next drink. Yeah, I think honestly that's getting kind of old, but I do like them because coffees, Starbucks, it's just what I live off of. I am a 21st century, so basically, yeah, you get where I'm coming from. Anyways, in today's video, I'm kind of rushing it because I have work, and yeah, it's the life of a worker right now. So I have to get ready for work, and unfortunately, I have to speed up this process of this video. I actually have been wanting to go over a little bit of some little funny things. I think it's best to kind of enlighten a lot of the things that happen to me during the day as a trans woman, and let you guys know about them in not a depressing manner either, because I'm used to doing depressing videos about what happens to me in public. So yes, I do not go through I don't go through harassment nearly as much as I want you guys to think, or nearly as much as I could be going through. And that's a good thing for me, but I have gone through my fair share of things that have happened. I think a lot of people up to me have not ever been at that point where they're like, that's a guy, more so of, is that a boy or a girl? I think I get that a lot. I don't get that too much, but I do get that. If there's anything that comes up about me, it's usually my gender. People are always questioning, am I a boy or a girl? And I'm sitting here well, at least I'm getting people to question and not sit there and be like, yep, that's a dude. That is a guy. That's a guy right there. You know what I mean? It's not like that. It's more like is that a boy or a girl? And I think a lot of it has to do with my voice. A lot of it has to do with some features in my facial. I don't think my body really is clockable unless you look at my hands, you look at my feet, which I don't think my feet are clockable either. I don't know, guys. The problem with gender dysphoria is you feel one way about your body 1 minute, and then the next minute you feel totally different about your body, and you're like, oh, I hate my life. So much bullshit. But it's okay. It is okay. That's just the way it is. But I'm here to talk to you guys a bit about some of those instances that might have happened where I was clocked, and these are moments when Mama Shar was clocked. Yeah, because I get clocked, and there was a time, literally, when I felt like I was invincible. No one clocked me. I hardly got the question, are you a boy or a girl? Always got called ma'am. Everything was going great. Then I started working at a gas station where there's a lot more people and there was a lot more opinions being thrown. And at that moment, I kind of realized I am definitely not as, definitely not as invincible as I wanted it to myself to believe. I do get clocked quite a bit. I don't know. I don't really know statistics right now as of how much I do get clocked, but I do know I do get clocked. So that's there you go. That's my shtick for you guys. That's my whole. That's what it comes down to, is I get clocked quite a bit. However, a lot of the time I do get called ma'am, and I also do get called she and her, and it's great. But I want you guys to understand something. When someone calls me a she or her, doesn't mean they're questioning. Doesn't mean that they're not just trying to be nice to me either. So in my opinion, my voice is something I need to change, which is why I'm actually going to start. Why I decided to start going for my vocal feminization surgery before anything else, because I feel like if I do want to live more happier, I do want to have a better voice doing it. So that's going to be one of my first surgeries going on next. And I know it's not a 100% thing that happens, that it's not a success rate is not 100%, and that's okay. But I'm willing to do whatever it takes to get that voice that I need to get to, because I'm tired of having this questionable voice to people. Because people say, oh, you sound like a woman, but you don't sound like people tell me you don't sound like a guy, and I'm like, that's totally true. Maybe I don't sound like a guy, but I do sound like a questioning woman. So that's the thing. There's a big difference. I think my voice isn't manly, but at the same time, it is a voice that people might say that doesn't sound like an authentic female voice, if that makes any sense at all. And because of that, I want to talk to you guys about my clock. So we're already 5 minutes in this video, and I'm still rambling. So my first story has to do, and all these stories are gonna go through my work, honestly, because I have to experience them all at work. Where this one elderly 56-year-old walks into my store, and I'm over there doing the cups and stuff like that, doing my fine ass thing, just, you know, working, making that bank. It pays for the Starbucks, that's all that matters. And this guy comes to me and he's like, "Are you a transsexual?" And I hate the word transsexual. I hate it. I hate transvestite, I hate transsexual. I hate those words. I'd rather be called transgender or trans. I don't like being called transsexual. I know it's like what people think is the way to speak, but that's not really exactly. I don't know about you guys, but I fiddle and fuddle with my hair all day at work. And I'm just never gonna change, it seems like. Never, ever, ever going to change, because it just, OCD and a half. But this guy proceeded, and I was like, yeah, I mean, I wasn't gonna say no. And he's like, "Oh, well, you're a very beautiful man." It's crazy, like, right? Like, why would you sit there and tell me that? Like, a lot of people are so uneducated with what the trans subject is. They think, "Oh, I'm just a guy still trying to present myself as a female," but you know, people try to go off biology a little bit too much. Nowadays, it's different, I guess. We have feelings, you know. So basically, I don't know how many times, I think once or twice, I've been told that I look like a very gorgeous. No, and these were told to me by married men or men that were. There was one guy that was like really gangster, like, and he's like, "You are one of the most gorgeous men I've ever seen." And I'm like, with my curled hair, looking like a drag queen, because I was, you know, a drag queen makeup. I had my hardcore makeup going on because, you know, I like to be very creative with my makeup. And I sat there and I said, "Not a guy." and he's like, "Oh, sorry." It's ridiculous. I mean, it's honestly, it's crazy. Like, there was like, I don't know if I've already told you guys about this on another video, but I also said at one point that I was at my work, and this one guy's like, "You're a very gorgeous young lady." And his friend started talking to him, and he's like, "Oh, sorry. Like, you're great, gorgeous. No, actually, you're a gorgeous man." And I said, "Thank you, but I'm not a man." And then he's like, "But would you tell me?" He's all talking to he was talking to the guy that's next to him. He's like, "Well, why did you tell me?" I didn't say anything. And all of a sudden, before you know it, the guy's like, "Oh, she's not a guy. She don't have no Adam's apple." I'm like, why are we having an argument about what I am? Because I know who I am. Why? And his friend acted like he didn't know what he was talking about. Okay. One time, and this is one of the funniest times ever, and it was another moment where there was two guys, and then he had two daughters that were just kind of like playing around the side, and I was helping them out, and the guy went up to me, the older one. He said, "Can I ask a personal question?" And I'm like, at that point, I knew, girl, he was going to ask the question. He wasn't going to pop the question. He was going to ask the question that I knew he was going to ask. And I was like, "No, I'm good." And you know what he says? "Oh, well, I was going to say you were a very pretty man." Why does it matter? Look how the way at the end of the day, in my opinion, if you dress up, you have fucking boobs, you have, sorry, probably gonna get demonetized for that, but it doesn't matter, I don't get paid anyways. I have makeup on, I'm presenting myself as a female, clearly, and people still question because of my voice, and I'm like, why is this a trivial question? And I already know for a lot of times people get out of their cars, or they go out of the store and they're like, "Yeah, I think that was a guy. I don't know what that was." But I already know. I know. Trust me. I get really. I'm still kind of sensitive towards the topic because I know a lot of of the times I feel like, yes, people are talking, but then whenever it happens, for some reason, it still hits me hard. I still end up going through a lot of depression after that, but I get over it. I try my best to get over it, and that's all I could really do at the point. There was one time when my security guard that was just new to the security to our store came in, and he got kind of mad at someone because apparently him and his friend were saying, well, his friend, one of the guys said, or one of his friends said, "Is that a guy trying to be a girl or a girl trying to be a guy?" And I guess they're having conversations, and one of the guys that spoke Spanish said, I kind of got hurt after that because, you know, in my opinion, people, why do people care? You know what I mean? If I'm not in your sexual attention or your friend attention, there's no reason why you should care about my gender. But there are people that come in and they're like, "Is that a boy or a girl?" And they have to talk about it behind my back. And there was one time I got really upset. I walked into my work and I come back from the bathroom, and this one guy is like, "That's a man," and I could hear it clear as day. So I go to my register, and I call the guy that is in the conversation, and I say, I'll help you. And I ask him, "Well, what is the conversation over there about?" And then he said, "Oh no, I was just showing him where the line was." It could have been that, but I could have sworn I heard "it's a man," or "that's a man." And it was something that really got to me, because I'm like, okay, I want to be able to walk in peace and not have to worry about this kind of stupid stuff, you know? It's kind of stupid to have to go through it, and I do, unfortunately. There was one other time, and I'm gonna tell you guys one last time. This is the last one of the last times I'm gonna tell you. I think this is the last one I have to speak about. The other ones, I don't really have any others, and if I did say them in a previous video. But there was one time when I went into the female's restroom doorway at my work. Some lady said, "Hey," or something like that, and I didn't hear it, what happened. And I was in the bathroom just doing my thing. They're single bathrooms. They're not like bathrooms where there's like 5 people who walk in. It was like only single bathrooms at my job. So lo and behold, I come out, and my coworker says that some woman came into the store saying there was a guy that went into the women's restroom, and my coworker, being as nice as she was, said, "No, that's a woman. That's a woman." She was backing me up. Now, it can come off wrong because my coworker immediately said that was a woman, rather than saying, you know, "Who are you talking about?" and let's see who it was, and finding out it was me. That would have been more of like a thing. Whereas just saying that's a woman is like, it's almost like she was fighting for me clearly, and she was basically saying, yeah, she's trans, but she, you know, it was ridiculous. I don't know. And it was one of the only times I've ever gotten caught going to a restroom. I never really gotten told anything when I went in the restroom. I'm in a woman's restroom, to use the restroom, that's it. Because if I were to go into any men's restroom, honey, it wouldn't end very well. It really wouldn't end very well. And it's the hardest part about being semi-passable. Semi-passing means, you know, you might get clocked, but then what if you go into a men's restroom and you're gonna get clocked, and you won't get clocked, and then before you know it, you're getting kicked out of the men's restroom, right? So, you know, it was kind of like a painstaking situation, and I know when people tell me, it kind of hurts my feelings. It does get to me, it makes me cry, but I try to get over it. It's something that I'm still trying to get thick skin over, and that's why I'm going through my surgeries, and I want to get this stuff done, so that if I do get clocked, I can say I'm confident enough to say, I'm happy with where I'm at. I don't need to feel like I need to change anything, you know, but right now I have to change things. And these kind of situations, they get to me a little bit. But I want to make light of the situations and let you guys know that I do get clocked. I do get told things. Sometimes I do get questioned. So it's definitely probably more than what I say. I wish it wasn't. I think more so half the time it's people that are just wondering, people that are curious whether I'm a boy or a girl, whether, you know, at the end of the day, in my opinion, if you see that I look like a female, if you have that mindset, like, she looks like a female, but I don't know, assume I'm a female because I look like one. I'm not walking around with short hair, with just makeup on, and, you know, especially because I got my boobs done, guys. That's like a big factor of female. I am a female, presenting female, and I don't know if a lot of people think, oh, they're probably fake, you know, they're probably fake boobs, but that's why a lot of times I go in public and I kind of try to show off my boobs a little bit, because I feel like it will help ensure that I'm more of a female than people choose to believe. I do get clocked, and then times I don't get clocked. I do get hit on. Sometimes I don't get hit on, and I'm just being honest with you guys. That's the way my life is gonna be for this point on. We're nowhere near. We're not even halfway through the transition right now. The virus is making everything really, really hard. All these processes are being slowed down, like to snail like speed, and it's frustrating, guys. I mean, this virus is messing a lot of things up, and I hope that everything goes through the way it needs to for everybody, and I hope everybody has an amazing day. I have work right now, and I think I'm probably a little late, but it's okay. I gotta record a video, and I'll have a video up by tonight, I think, or probably tomorrow, depending on when I get to edit it. I'm gonna do a stream tonight for my Chatterbait fans, so yeah, I'm Mama Shar, and you guys are my Charlotte Cheers. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you guys did, leave it a fat thumbs up, and if you guys have not subscribed to Charlotte Cheers, we are growing pretty fast, so help by subscribing, and if you guys can, add to the view count, girl. We're at 1,007,000 something already. And according to YouTube, we're at 1,021,000 views. It's kind of a big gap between that and the analytic things. But regardless, 1 million views has been surpassed, and I'm thankful for that, guys. I love you guys lots like apricots, and I hope to see you guys in the next video or live stream. Love. Love. I already said love. Bye, guys.